Your life is a grand masterpiece, and every day you are handed a fresh brush and a blank canvas. The question is, what will you create? Success is not built in a single moment, but through small, consistent actions repeated daily. Each morning gives you a new opportunity to set one clear goal, because without direction, even the busiest life leads nowhere. When you begin your day with gratitude, you train your mind to focus on possibility instead of limitation, turning ordinary moments into powerful fuel for growth. Feed your mind with knowledge, move your body to build strength and energy, and guard your focus like it is your most valuable asset, because it is. Distractions will always exist, but discipline is what separates those who dream from those who achieve. There will be days when you feel tired, unmotivated, or uncertain, but those are the moments that matter most. Taking action despite how you feel is what builds true strength. Growth does not come from comfort. It comes from pushing forward when it would be easier to stop. At the end of each day, reflect on your actions, learn from your mistakes, and prepare to return stronger the next day. Surround yourself with people and ideas that inspire you, because your environment silently shapes your future. Stay consistent, even when progress feels slow, because small efforts compound into extraordinary results over time. Above all, believe in your vision. Trust that every step you take, no matter how small, is moving you closer to something greater. The world may not notice your effort at first, but results will eventually speak louder than words. Remember, greatness is never an accident. It is a choice made daily through discipline, focus, and belief. So pick up your brush every morning, paint with intention, and never forget that the life you create is entirely in your hands. Your life is a grand masterpiece, and every single day you are given another chance to shape it with intention, discipline, and belief. So pick up your brush every morning, paint with intention, and never forget that the life you create is entirely in your hands. Your life is a grand masterpiece, and every single day you are given another chance to shape it with intention, discipline, and belief. The path to success is not loud or dramatic. It is quiet, built in the unseen moments when you choose to keep going while others stop. It is in the early mornings when you decide to rise with purpose, and in the late nights when you refuse to quit on your goals. Every small decision you make is a brushstroke, and over time, those strokes form the picture of your future. There will be obstacles, moments of doubt, failure, and frustration, but understand this: those moments are not there to break you, they are there to build you. Every challenge carries a lesson, every setback carries strength, and every failure brings you one step closer to success if you choose to learn from it. The difference between those who succeed and those who don't is not talent or luck. It is persistence. It is the ability to keep moving forward when progress feels invisible. Stay patient with yourself. Growth takes time. Just like a masterpiece is not created in a single stroke, your life will not transform overnight. But if you remain consistent, if you continue to show up and give your best effort each day, the results will come. One day, you will look back and realize that the small habits you once struggled to maintain became the very foundation of your success. Protect your energy, protect your mindset, and never allow temporary emotions to dictate permanent decisions. The world will test your focus, but you must stay committed to your vision. Even when no one is watching, even when no one is applauding, keep going. Because in the end, it's not about proving anything to others. It's about proving to yourself that you are capable of becoming everything you once dreamed of. So rise each day with purpose, act with discipline, and move with confidence. Your future is not something you wait for, it is something you create. And with every passing day, every focused effort, and every determined step, you are turning your life into the masterpiece it was always meant to be. Knowledge is the crucible in which a powerful mind is forged. The wisdom of the past, the insights of the present, and the possibilities of the future all combine to shape who you become. If you truly seek growth, you must commit yourself to learning, because a single idea can transform your entire life, breaking limitations and opening doors you never knew existed. Reading is not just about gathering information. It is about developing depth, clarity, and perspective in a world filled with distractions. Just as the body grows stronger through exercise, the mind sharpens through consistent exposure to new thoughts and philosophies. But knowledge alone is not enough. you must also master your inner dialogue. For the words you speak to yourself shape your reality. Replace doubt with belief, fear with determination, and excuses with action, because the mind will always follow the commands you give it. Growth also demands discomfort, as nothing meaningful is ever built in ease. It is through challenge and resistance that strength, resilience, and character are formed. In a world overflowing with distractions, focus becomes your greatest weapon. What you give your attention to ultimately defines your future. So guard it carefully and direct it with purpose. Discipline, then, becomes the bridge between your goals and your achievements, pushing you forward even when motivation fades, while the people you surround yourself with silently influence your standards, habits, and direction in life. Take daily action, no matter how small, because consistency compounds into greatness over time, and never allow a day to pass without reflection, for it is through self-awareness that true growth is achieved. These habits may seem simple, but their power lies in their consistency. Master them, and you will not only change your life, you will take complete control of your destiny. True transformation does not happen in sudden bursts of inspiration, but in the quiet, disciplined moments when you choose growth over comfort again and again. The mind you build today becomes the life you live tomorrow, and every thought you entertain either strengthens you or weakens you. You must become intentional with your thinking, ruthless with your focus, and unwavering in your commitment to progress. There will be moments when doubt creeps in, when the path feels uncertain, and when the results seem invisible. But understand this, progress is often happening beneath the surface long before it becomes visible to the world. Just as roots grow deep before a tree rises tall, your efforts are shaping a foundation that cannot be shaken. Do not underestimate the power of small, consistent actions, because they are the true architects of greatness. A single disciplined day may not seem like much, but when repeated over weeks, months, and years, it becomes unstoppable momentum. Most people fail not because they lack ability, but because they lack consistency. They start strong but fade when challenges arise. You must be different. You must show up when it is hard, when it is boring, and when it feels like nothing is changing, because those are the moments that define your future. Strength is built in resistance, clarity is found in reflection, and confidence is earned through action. Remember, you are not competing with others. You are competing with the person you were yesterday. Each day is an opportunity to improve, to grow, and to move one step closer to the life you envision. Let go of the need for instant results and embrace the process, because mastery is not a destination, it is a daily practice. Stay focused on your path, trust your efforts, and keep moving forward with purpose. In the end, the life you desire is not something distant or unreachable. It is being built right now through the choices you make in each moment. So stand firm in your vision, remain disciplined in your actions, and relentless in your pursuit. Because if you commit fully, if you refuse to quit, and if you continue to grow just a little every single day, there is no limit to what you can become. Greatness is not reserved for a chosen few. It is available to anyone willing to commit, endure, and persist when others fall away. The truth is, most people stop not because they are incapable, but because they become comfortable, distracted, or discouraged. But you must rise above that. You must develop a mindset that refuses to settle, a spirit that does not break under pressure, and a vision that remains clear even in the face of uncertainty. Every step forward, no matter how small, is a declaration that you are in control of your life. There will be seasons when progress feels slow, when effort seems unmatched by results, and when doubt whispers that it's not worth it. But this is where champions are made. This is where character is tested and forged. Anyone can move forward when things are easy, but it takes true strength to continue when the path is difficult and the outcome is unclear. You must learn to trust the process, to understand that every effort is building something greater, even if you cannot yet see it. Stay committed to your standards, not your feelings. Feelings change, they rise and fall, but standards keep you grounded. When you set a higher standard for yourself, how you work, how you think, how you act, you begin to operate at a level that most people never reach. You stop negotiating with weakness and start aligning with discipline. And in doing so, you create a life that reflects strength, purpose, and clarity. Never forget that time is passing regardless of what you do with it. Each day is either an investment in your future or a missed opportunity that will never return. The question is not whether you have time, but how you choose to use it. Will you spend it building, learning, and growing, or will you allow it to slip away unnoticed? The choice is always yours, and with that choice comes responsibility. So take ownership of your life completely. Accept no excuses, tolerate no mediocrity, and demand more from yourself each day. The path will not always be easy, but it will always be worth it. Keep moving, keep improving, and keep believing, because the person you are becoming is far more powerful than the person you used to be, and the future you are building is greater than anything you have yet imagined. Success is not something you stumble upon by chance. It is something you build with intention, brick by brick, day after day. The world often celebrates the final result, the victory, the moment of arrival, but what it does not show you are the countless hours of discipline, the sacrifices, and the quiet persistence that made it all possible. You must understand that every great achievement begins with a decision to rise above excuses, to push beyond limits, and to commit to a higher standard of living. When you make that decision and back it with consistent action, you begin to separate yourself from the ordinary and step into a life of purpose. There will be moments when you feel like giving up, when the weight of effort feels heavier than the reward, but those are the moments that define you. Anyone can start, but very few have the strength to continue when it becomes difficult. This is where your mindset must become your greatest ally. You must remind yourself why you started, what you are working toward, and who you are becoming in the process. Because this journey is not just about achieving goals, it is about transforming yourself into a person capable of achieving them. Do not wait for perfect conditions, because they will never come. Do not wait for motivation, because it will fade. Instead, rely on discipline, on structure, and on the habits you build daily. Take action even when it feels uncomfortable, even when it feels small, because every step forward matters. Over time, those small steps will turn into progress, and that progress will turn into results that once seemed impossible. Stay focused, stay patient, and stay committed to your path. Block out the noise, ignore the doubts, and trust in your effort. The life you want is not out of reach. It is being created through your daily choices, your thoughts, and your actions. So stand tall, take control, and keep moving forward, because the only thing standing between you and your success is your willingness to continue. The journey to greatness is rarely easy, and it is never convenient. Every person who has achieved extraordinary success has faced obstacles, doubts, and moments of fear, but what separates them is their refusal to surrender. They understand that struggle is not a punishment, but a test, a forge in which character, resilience, and strength are shaped. Comfort is a trap, and ease is the enemy of growth. If you want to rise above mediocrity, you must learn to embrace challenge, to lean into discomfort, and to push yourself beyond what you thought possible. Each time you overcome fear, fatigue, or uncertainty, you strengthen not just your body or your skills, but your very willpower. Remember, your mind is the battlefield where your destiny is won or lost. The thoughts you nurture, the words you speak to yourself, and the habits you cultivate will determine the life you live. Speak with conviction, act with intention, and refuse to let doubt take root. Your inner dialogue must be your ally, not your adversary. Tell yourself, I am capable, I am strong, and I will overcome. And you will begin to see that the world bends to the resolve of those who refuse to be broken. Do not fear failure, for it is not the opposite of success. It is a teacher. Each failure, each mistake, each setback carries within it a lesson more valuable than gold. The man who fears failure will never act, but the man who learns from it will turn obstacles into stepping stones. Progress is not about avoiding hardship. It is about using it as fuel. The challenges you face today are the building blocks of the strength, wisdom, and confidence you will carry tomorrow. So rise each day with purpose. Take control of your actions, your thoughts, and your habits. Guard your focus, sharpen your discipline, and surround yourself with people and ideas that elevate you. Do not wait for opportunity, create it. Do not wait for permission, claim it. The life you dream of is not somewhere far away. It is being built with every choice, every effort, and every disciplined step you take. Your masterpiece is waiting. Pick up the brush and begin painting it today. The journey is not easy, but it is worth it. Success is not a distant dream. It is the natural outcome of small, deliberate actions compounded over time. Rise early, work hard, focus deeply, and reflect nightly. Learn from your mistakes, celebrate your progress, and refuse to settle for anything less than the person you are capable of becoming. Remember, the masterpiece of your life is being painted with every choice you make. So paint boldly, paint intentionally, and never stop creating. The world will not hand you greatness, you must claim it. It begins today in this moment with a single decision: to act, to persist, and to refuse to accept anything less than the extraordinary life you were born to live. Your habits, your choices, and your inner dialogue are the tools with which you construct your life. Master them and you master yourself.